I spent 3 weeks making Umbara in Lego. This MOC is jam-packed with Easter eggs and a fully fetched out interior. So you're going to want to watch this one until the end to see this incredible MOC. Quickly before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. And check out my TikTok link in my description to see a day-by-day progress on this MOC that I started now 3 weeks ago. And this is the entire thing, and I have to say I am very proud of it. This thing is 2 base plates by 1.5 base plate. It has over 30 minifigures on it, and I would say uses well over 4,000 Lego parts. So over here, this little scene represents Wax's death, when Rex gets some confirmation that Pung Krell is the mastermind behind everything that's been going on to them. By the way, this takes place in Season 4, Episode 8, I believe, of the Clone Wars. Here are some more clone troopers, and there is some very detailed training. This took hours on end, especially to make the large plants. But this more mountainous area over here was certainly just as fun. And these clone troopers are just recouping, getting back to the base, and 2 of them are just chatting. I made this unique crate design about a year ago, and I figured I'd use it on the MOC. And I put 2 of them, one here and one here, both on the road. Also, this road has a bark speeder and a custom AT-AT that I made out of a 501st Battle Pack. The one from 2020, by the way. Yes, both of these models are my own, and the minifigure scale at AT-AT I think I did very well with. The body might be too big to be minifigure scale, but the feet and legs are certainly minifigure scale, despite being a bit unstable and quite skinny. There is a very detailed turret that can spin, and there are also some wires that give it power. I would say it could spin at about 90 degrees. Here we can see the plants are getting overgrown as we can see it going up the landing pad. These walls are very detailed, and I think I did very well with them implementing the Republic logo on both sides. Here is a guard tower with a clone trooper on lookout. I think I did much better on the landing pad than I did on my MOC from now a year ago. I need an Anakin's Jedi Interceptor to put on this though, because the Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor is just inaccurate, but I wanted something to go up there for now. Speaking of Anakin, he's crossing this bridge here. We also have some clone troopers just walking, and even ARC Trooper 5s in front of a very detailed doorway. Taking a closer look at that, I think I did a fantastic job with it. Implementing the other Republic logo just on top, and a very detailed door controls. I am very happy with how I did this front wall design. I actually implemented it twice. Over here is the other spot. And one of my main goals with this MOC was to give it a much less blocky look, while also implementing some uneven terraining, which I normally do quite evenly. This wall took hours on end, and I think it turned out very, very well. Risking the entire MOC to fall off my table so I can show you the back end. This wall definitely isn't as detailed, it's quite flat. But I added some gaps that we could see into the interior, which I didn't do on my other MOC. This room is a repairs room and is right behind the door. And this one has a swamp speeder. This side is the same, but instead it has a Republic fighter tank. I don't know if you can see, but there is also a doorway connecting the 2 rooms there. This room is a armory which has some turrets, a couple clone troopers getting their gear. There are lots of blasters. There's also a doorway that takes you to the bridge, to the landing pad there, and there's also a jetpack on a little stick. Up top is another sort of room. It's just some controls for some heavy troopers. Nothing really special, but I like what I did with the roof. It's very detailed, and there's a little satellite dish on it. Here we have a medic bay. We see a back tank in that back left corner. There's even a Kaminoan doctor. And we have 2 clone troopers recovering. It looks like this one here in the front has just recovered and has stood up for the first time, but the other one at the back is very ill. Here is a briefing area with an officer and some more clone troopers stood around a little table with the layout of the city that we see. We also have a clone trooper climbing a ladder, which I thought was a very nice detail. And once again, I like what I did with the red stripes and the blue roof. Up here, I used the turret from the 2023 501st Battle Pack. There's also a heavy trooper manning it, and I think it looks very good in that spot. Here is a back view at the other satellite dish, but it can more be used as a long-distance communicator. Here is also an alarm warning of a potential invasion. If I had more pieces, I would have done another couple base plates here, and I would have done a Umbara invasion with the Umbara minifigure from 2014. I might buy a couple of them and dot them around here though. Here is the other view of those 2 rooms, by the way. This is sort of inaccurate, but I wanted to implement some joists just to give some more life to the roof. And R2-D2 was actually on Umbara for a short while. C-3PO and R4 were not though. And here's just the other angle of the little controls. And the main Easter egg of this MOC is I have implemented a mini kit from the LEGO Star Wars games. I don't think Umbara was a level in the Clone Wars LEGO game. But if it was, and you went around a clone base, you would have had to get 5 mini kits, and I put one here, and I think it looks absolutely brilliant. Here we can also see a back view of the terraining, and I think this looks superb. I also really like the tiling I've done here. It's very simple, but quite nice at the same time. I am kind of annoyed about this green stripe running through the bottom of the backside, but it's what had to be done as it's the cheapest half base plate that I could find. Finally, here's a quick look at the other long-term communicator and these walls here. I think I did great with these as well, implementing lots of detail, making it look a lot less blocky than my 2024 LEGO clone base MOC. Anyway, this is definitely the best MOC I've ever made. Make sure to share this video to spread it out. It took ages, and I think this video is pretty good as well. Anyway, let me think of this MOC. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.